What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and it might shock you. It might shock you. Smash like on this video if it shocks you to find out, but I'm actually what people would consider plus-sized. I have to buy my clothes from DXL, but I don't like spending $70 on a button-down shirt, so I buy them from Amazon Basics. But nonetheless, I'm a thick boy. I'm big, giant mountain of a man. I can't say that I really want my superheroes to look exactly like me. I'm not saying they can't, but I'm saying they probably shouldn't, unless you can surround them with high quality writing that gives their ailment. For example, Xavier was in a wheelchair, but he used his mind. But comic book writers these days are super lazy. You know who's not super lazy though? People that use a VPN to protect their encrypted data, to keep people's fingers out of it. And I've been looking for 2 months now to find a better VPN sponsor for you, and today I have them. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, Private Internet Access. It's a leading VPN provider with over 30 million downloads worldwide. If you didn't know, the term VPN stands for Virtual Private Network. With Private Internet Access, all of your internet traffic goes through a secure VPN tunnel, your IP address is hidden, and your data is encrypted. Private Internet Access is available on all platforms, including Windows, Mac OS, Android, iOS, and many others. You can use one subscription to protect up to 10 devices at the same time, so that's your cell phones, your computer, your laptop. If you use the link provided below, only for my community, you can get complete digital privacy for less than $3 a month and 3 months free. You can unblock geo-restricted content and streaming. Especially now, a lot of people are searching for content, and this is the place where Private Internet Access can fit in. Private Internet Access has a strict no logs policy, over 3,200 VPN servers in 48 countries, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Reviewers love Private Internet Access, and it got PC Magazine's Editor Choice Award for the past 5 years. I've used Private Internet Access to protect me while I do my streams with all of you, as well as get access to content that isn't available in the United States. And don't forget to click the link in the description below for Private Internet Access so you can get a special discount for my subscribers only. So thank you for the sponsorship, and hopefully you'll take advantage of the deal that's linked in the pinned comment below. Don't have anybody snooping around in your messages. Now, this variant cover came out for Wonder Woman 1984 on August 7th, and I didn't really cover it. It was low-hanging fruit, and to be honest with you, sure, it can exist. An out-of-shape, small-chested Wonder Woman can exist. Any artist can draw it. Now, there are people out there that would screech against maybe a voluptuous drawing of Wonder Woman, but I'm not on their camp. This Wonder Woman can exist. Does this Wonder Woman look very bad? Yes, it does. And is this Wonder Woman trying to make some obvious woke statement? Yes, it is. And artists across the internet took to fixing it. And then the artists themselves responded. Now, the style, to me, looks very poor. But look, I can't even draw a stick figure, so I'm not going to critique the lines and the shading and things like that. I just look at this and I think, zoinks, that's not Wonder Woman. She ate Wonder Woman. And of course, DC Nation put out this tweet to which they were fantastically ratioed. They tried to present this like it was just so cool and rad. Maybe that's why you just had 600 people laid off. I mean, that's neither here nor there, I suppose. But basically, they got laughed off of the internet. Now, people, of course, would have a huge, people that have a problem with this Wonder Woman, for whatever reason, are saying that this one is stunning and brave. Now, of course, according to Bounding Into Comics, we'll start out there. Multiple artists redo and fix DC Comics Wonder Woman 1984 variant. DC Comics, in collaboration with Rooster Teeth, recently revealed, by the way, 2 companies that are hemorrhaging jobs. I'm sure their wokeness has nothing to do with it. Covered by Robin Eisenberg for their upcoming Wonder Woman 1984 comic tie-in. They shared the variant cover to DC Nation social media account. Only one word: rad. It's not rad. I think they meant to spell bad. The cover would be lampooned on Twitter. Heels versus Babyface wrote, AT&T, please shut down this embarrassment of a company. They have no respect for the characters nor their audience. License out characters to people who actually care. Well, looks like Heels versus Babyface may have maybe they saw that. Former DC Comics artist Mike Miller, who is currently crowdfunding the Magnificent Seven on Indiegogo, wrote, are you this out of touch with fans? Look at the comments. I can't find one that thinks this is a good idea. I'm not saying anything about the artist, just this is Wonder Woman. Come on. Father Chris Miller simply wrote, garbage, then shared a Family Guy meme. The TARDIS wrote, I had a poo that looked better than this and less satisfying and more satisfying. I mean, it just went on and on and on. But then plenty of people criticizing the artwork. Others showed off their own artwork stylings of the cover. Twitter user McKinney1990 shared work in progress. That obviously looks really good. George Alexopoulos shared his version on Twitter, showing this is G Prime. They often share, so you can have a thick Wonder Woman that doesn't look terrible, I suppose. Artists are Armoron also shared their version. Oh my goodness, zoinks. I don't think people would react, the blue hairs would react very well, but I'm pretty sure this comic would probably sell well. But that of course sparked Allure magazine to put out an article that says, wait, why can't Wonder Woman be plus sized? Because she's not. She's not. She never was. She grew up in an island full of warriors. All right? She grew up eating well and exercising. What do you mean? Why can't she be plus size? She's not. And this is such an annoying straw man that these people draw, that these people argue, that are for this kind of garbage. Okay, let me explain to you. You can absolutely have plus size superheroes. Just don't take existing ones and make them fat for social justice points. Is it that hard? Oh wait, it is. Because all of the hard work, all the original characters have basically been made. And new comic book artists are too lazy to put in the work to create their own. So they're like, hey, what if we just take Wonder Woman and make her fat? Hey, it never said, they never really explicitly said who Iceman was dating in the comic book, so let's just make sure that he's gay now. Stunning and brave, I've made my contribution to the cultural zeitgeist. It's lazy. That's the only problem. I can't speak for everyone else, but that's the only problem I have with it. If you want to have an overweight superhero whose superpower is not eating burritos, but for some other, maybe they have some mind powers, but I'm sorry, I'm not going to believe that somebody that looks like me is participating in fisticuffs for a half hour to an hour straight. It's just not going to happen. All right. So just be realistic as you can with it. I know they're superheroes, but nobody wants to see a superhero that is 150 pounds overweight unless they're there for comedic purposes. I mean, and when I say nobody, I mean the overwhelming majority of people, people that buy comics. Like, you can have a plus size superhero, all right? But think about it. Develop it. Don't just take an existing, by the way, I'm not going to go full tinfoil here, but one might argue that there is some motivation for taking basically the picture of femininity and strength and ruining them. I'm just saying, there are people there that don't like that Wonder Woman is both strong and beautiful, because these very same people presume that's not realistic, that it couldn't possibly exist, even though the real life actress who plays Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, is fit, strong, powerful, military trained. I mean, these people exist in real life. They present this as if it's like, that this character just is unrealistic. Yeah, that's the point. That's the point of superheroes. Now the author took to Instagram. They have 627,000 followers. Never heard of them, but they're way more popular than me, obviously. So, due to the subject matter of my art, I'm often asked to draw characters inspired by iconic women. Recently, I was asked to create a piece inspired by Wonder Woman in my own style for an upcoming one-off artist collab. I love drawing aliens with realistic body types. But that's the thing, that you're implying that Wonder Woman isn't a realistic body type. That's absurd. Go outside. Yeah, I live in the fattest state in the fattest nation on earth, but I still don't have to look far to find people who are physically fit. I love drawing aliens with realistic body types, living their lives comfortable with themselves. So I drew an alien character with a realistic body, wearing a more everyday version of the Wonder Woman outfit. More everyday mom jeans? DC decided they wanted to use the piece for a variant cover in addition to the collab. I didn't realize that featuring Wonder Woman inspired character with a realistic body type would be so controversial. Apparently it is. Again, purposely missing the point. If you wanted to draw this character, nobody would have criticized it. Right? You took Wonder Woman, who has 50 years of established physical attributes, and drew her fat and dumpy. I mean, that's why you got backlash. Look, thankfully, some women like thick boys, all right? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being overweight. I would never shame somebody for doing that. And I would never shame somebody for being overweight, all right? But that's not what this is about, even though you're pretending like it is. DC Nation posted their cover on Twitter, and it was immediately met with hundreds of comments hating on her body, as well as the non-traditional art style. And me personally, I didn't see anything against her personally. I'm not saying they don't exist, but I didn't see it. Certainly wasn't any of the top comments. Also, in terms of the art style, very few people were criticizing that either, but nice try. I think one of the reasons I was asked to do this is that I'm not a traditional comic book artist. Yeah, great idea, DC. Days after releasing this, they laid off 2/3 of their editorial staff. So I would present something from a different perspective. The fact that this was so controversial just makes me want to continue to draw diverse body types. Look, draw all the diverse body types you want. What is so difficult to understand about that? But when you're told to draw Wonder Woman, there's already a pre-existing Wonder Woman body type that you purposely made fat and gross. I mean, in my opinion. All right? You could draw this character anywhere else, any other time, and nobody would have pushed back. I can't imagine. But what you did was you purposely took an image of Wonder Woman and came up with this. That's all this about. That's all this is. I mean, the ridiculous article that then stand for her. Ultimately, Eisenberg tells Allure she's happy to see positive responses from the people who she said the piece makes them feel good. The fact that it was so controversial. What? I'll look through the replies to DC Nation's tweet, reveals some horrifying, rude comments about not only Eisenberg's signature art style, by the way, I have no comment on that, but her interpretation of Wonder Woman's body. That I don't like. Being fat and unhealthy shouldn't be encouraged. It's not a complex thing, one person wrote. I don't disagree with that. As a fat, unhealthy person, I agree with that. Who does not appear to be an actual health expert. Stop making superheroes fat. Another anti-fat superhero activist wrote. And those are some of the tamer ones. Most used especially cruel words to make it clear that they were unwilling to accept an imaging of Wonder Woman with a bigger body. She's out of shape. She's not a superhero. What's so hard about that? Stop acting like because people don't want their superheroes to look like this, that they have any real problem with people who are overweight in the real world. Heck, I bet you most people that buy comic books look a lot more like me than they do Wonder Woman. That doesn't mean I want to buy it. I hope you enjoyed this video, though. We'll talk to you again real soon. But don't forget, there is a link. Protect yourself today. A special 3 months free offer only for my subscribers and only if you use the link in the pinned comment down below. Make sure you pick it up today. It supports the channel and protects your data. We'll talk to you again real soon.